Alright, so we're going to make the trifold wallet the same way that we've made the double fold. The double fold. And we're going to use 8 pieces, and layer them like you do. Okay, so let's get started with that. And as you can see, I have a new cutting board. I originally used my desk, and I'll show you that here in a second, how that turned out.
Ah, the horror! The sliced, rippy horror! Ah, the horror of the little pieces I cannot get off of it! Oh no! Ah, so terrible!
Put your duct tape strips on 40-60. 40-60 like that. Because on one end, you're going to want to do this and fold over until it meets the other end, like this. You're going to want to half it so that no sticky shows. And then on this end, you're going to want to spot where the seam is on the bottom and then cut off the sticky on the top. There we go. And then this will be used for siding later. Now, one thing I hated to do when I was starting was it's all uneven. And I hated the uneven, and I would just hack 1.5 inches off to make it even. And that's why in my first tutorial I told you to make them longer than they should have been. Someone pointed that out in the comments. You should probably read those. Anyway, so I decided that I would just add more duct tape to it, which, is a good idea, but isn't a bad idea. Alright, now the top half that you folded, you're going to put the bottom half on the seam. You're going to want to leave about 1/2 centimeter of space between the two, because people love it when there's an edge to grab onto, so you don't have to, peel and lick your fingers like it's a magazine. 3 1/4 inches, okay. Alright, and then you want to line your tape up. Let's zoom in here. You want to line this seam up with the tape and put about half of it on this side. Make sure it covers the bottom too. Cut this one a little too short. And then flip it over and fold it. And then, as you can see, the rough edges are gone, but you didn't lose any duct tape, and you didn't put more duct tape on than you should have. Now let's work on this edge. So, just by using the leftover strip from that one bottom side of your wallet, you saved duct tape. This is the base of your wallet. From here on, you can add pockets and then the trifold. Now, we're just going to skip the pockets and just go right into the trifold, because I know that's what you guys want to see. Now, the first thing you want to do, actually, is half it and, put it under that dictionary that you never use. Half it and make sure you leave about 1 centimeter of space between the bottom side and the top side. So here's what it looks like from the front, and here's what it looks like from the back. See, you got a little flap right there. After it's been creased and set for 10-20 minutes, you measure how long the smallest half is, which is 4 inches. Good. Now, you want to cut 7 strips. You want to cut 7 strips of duct tape to 4 inches. Okay. Now you want to layer them just as you do when you're getting the base for your wallet. About 40-60. And then you want to layer 6 pieces like that. Now, as you can see, you got a little bit of sticky right here. Well, just want to cut that off. And make sure it's even too. So let's even this out a bit, since I did not do a very good job of cutting that. There we go. And then you save this strip for later. And now, what you have here is your trifold pocket. And here's where a very important step comes in. You can either put pockets on it, or you can fold it over like this and use the sticky bit to attach to here, and then use this strip up here to seal it on the side and make it a side card holder. Put your cards in from the side, or like this side, the inside or the outside. So you could do that. You use your 7th piece of duct tape and then attach it to the back side. And we're going to put about 20% of this duct tape onto the back here. There we go. And then the rest you are going to carefully place onto the wallet. I'm sorry for you guys, not being very close into the duct tape action. My camera does not have a very wide angle lens, but in a few weeks I'm getting one with birthday money that is so boss and looks so sweet. Alright, so now you have the beginning stage of your trifold, as you can see, like this. But what's this? There's a little top sticking out. People don't like that. Alright, so what comes off the top? It actually ends right on the seam. Alright, so what comes off the top? You want to cut off the bit there. Now it's perfectly flush with the rest of the wallet. And then this part right here on the bottom. Make sure that all the sticky is off.
Dude, you got your stuff. Sam?
Quiet for a minute.
The pen fell out of my shirt pocket and now Sally's chewing on it.
And there, now you have this little flap. And you're like, well, what am I going to do with the little flap? This little flap is going to be the bottom pocket of your trifold wallet. I'm teaching you how to make wallets in a cost-effective way so that you can make as many as you possibly can with one roll of duct tape. Now, to make sure that this fits and that this wallet is not a complete failure, I'm going to get a card. I forget how many centimeters an average credit card is. Oh, but apparently it's less than 4 inches. Okay then, that's good. Always want to make sure you have enough room for the credit cards and stuff. No one uses wallets for money. No one uses them for dollar bills. It's all credit cards. Oh, there we go. That's going to be my next tutorial. Showing you guys how to make credit card holders. Now we're going to cut 5 strips of duct tape 4 inches long. Now that we have our 5 pieces of 4-inch duct tape, we're going to take the first one, like so, and put half of it on that little flap. I'm going to do a good 50-50 here. There we go. And then you're going to fold it down. There we go. And then I'm just going to cut off the excess. And there we go. Now, we're going to work on the second to last pocket. We're going to take pieces up like this and make them like you do a regular pocket, with a good 40-60 difference in the sticky length. This, from end to the start of the new, is the sticky length. Alright, now we're going to take 3 pieces. Alright. put the other one on the smaller side so that you have both stickies pointing the same way. Now you're going to fold the biggest one down and half it so that you get hard edge. So there's your hard edge. And then even it out, cut it nice and flush. Now here's what tripped me up again. One time. I had placed the second to last pocket too high and it wouldn't close because the cards kept getting in the way. So always have some form of a card nearby that you can use to test if your pockets are big enough. So let's put this one down about right here. Oh, not too big. Let's put it down. Right, there we go. Okay. Now that's a pretty deep pocket. So let's see here. Yep, that works. Completely covers the card. Nice. Alright, so that's a good pocket. But now, alright, now before the final stages of your trifold, you want to make sure that all the areas are flush with one another. So you want to take your ruler and slice off all of the X. And you want to do that on both sides here. And then you want to take your 4-inch piece of duct tape that you have left over from the 5 and you want to cut it into 4 different strips. 4 different strips that are 1 centimeter long. Now you want to start placing your strips along the very edges of your bottom trifold wallet. And you want to flip the sticky edges over to attach the pockets to the bottom trifold wallet. Make sure that you don't go above the top of the pocket, because that would be very bad. So do that on both sides. And make sure your bottom, it's all unfolded. Make sure it's all unfolded when you do this. You're going to flip your wallet over. Make sure that you've got enough room. Yep, you've got plenty of room. Okay, and now you're going to tape over it again with your pocket folded. Start from the top and go down so that you don't tape over any pockets. Tape over the top of any pockets. Cut off the excess. There you go. And do this again on the other side. Cut off the excess. Okay. Now you have the 2 bottom pockets of your trifold. Now, as you can see, it closes perfectly even with one another because you added a little extra on this. You added about 1 centimeter more on this side than on this side. So it has room to pull back and to close. Absolutely perfect. And that's how you make your trifold wallet. And if you want to make a pocket and an ID pocket and a pocket on top of one another, watch my next tutorial that's coming up. Alright guys, see ya, and subscribe, like, and make sure you share this with all of your duct tape loving pals, because there are going to be more duct tape tutorials and lots of fun coming up. And you can also find me. I'm going to be at the Truefant Flea Market here coming up. I'm going to be selling off all my duct tape stuff, and then I'm going to make another duct tape cutting board and selling that, because this is just the best cutting board I've ever had, because it's just so lovely and it's all natural, and it brings out the smell of the duct tape in such a way that you just like, oh, I love duct tape. So yeah, anyway, like, subscribe, and share. Thanks, guys.